Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Elvis is in the building. As is the cowboy. Welcome to Rokk Around the Clock. Daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk? Here he is! Where's that Rokk everyone's saying? What's he up to? Hang on, the old music's a bit loud there. Hi! Hello. You're thinking, Rokk, you look different? Yes. It's the winter beard. Do you know what I do? Every so often I go, I've had enough of this thing. I've had enough, and it comes off, and it's come off. I was going to fool you. I was going to kind of come on a bit like this and go, oh, it's a bit cold, but I decided against it. Better to be upfront and honest. So, Babyface Rokk is in the building. I hope you guys are all well, and that the music is okay. I noticed it was all very Christmassy. I use a Spotify channel, which is all copyright-free music for streaming, and I don't know what's going to be on it. I just plug it in and it goes, and they've turned it all into Christmas. How wonderful is that? Hope you guys are well. Where are we? Middle of the week already. I can remember it was just a few hours ago that I was saying to you guys, Rokk, it's flipping Monday. Oh look, hang on. It's full Christmas. What's going on? Oh, look, my good mate John's just given me 20 Canadian dollars. Wow, my friend, that's worth, what's that, £3.50? I'm joking. That's so generous of you. Thank you, brother. What a lovely human being you are. So, question, should I continue with this Christmas theme? Given that we're in the midst of massive cloud giveaway, which by the way, it has just been ridiculous. It's exploded. Absolutely amazing. So I can carry on playing this. Or I can put on something a little less Christmassy. I'll leave it up to my lovely folk. Good to see so many of you in the chat. You are fantastic. Let's have a quick look. We've got Joe. I love seeing Joe in the chat. He's become a familiar friend and always makes me feel happy. And Rockmirth as well. Hey peeps. Hope all are having a good day. We are. Stu says go full Christmas. I can't. You know what? Christmas makes you feel good, right? Doesn't everybody? My mother-in-law hates Christmas, but in fairness, she lost somebody very close to her at Christmas many years ago, and so it's sort of not something she likes to celebrate. And that's probably the same for a lot of folk, isn't it? Afternoon, Al. How are you, buddy? Al sent me a very interesting little feature earlier, a little newsette, which we'll cover. I've got some really interesting news today, guys. But I have to be honest and say a lot of it is a little bit dour. There's some dour stuff out there, but we'll put it on anyway. It's true, isn't it? It makes you, Christmas music just makes you feel happy. So we'll keep it going in the background. But let me know if it's too loud anyway, because it's difficult for me to judge the mix, as always. And of course, John, bless you, my dear friend. He's my loveliest bestie. Thank you so much for that donation, dude. And it's quite timely, John, because I've literally had nothing from Stadia. All around me, people are getting gifted. They're getting their Ubisoft Plus subscriptions and everything, and I keep checking, and I've got zippity-doo-dah. But it's all right. I don't mind. I'm not worried. It'll come in good time. Bruce, how are you, buddy? Hats off to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Saw you in the old Discord. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Guys, if you want to join my Discord, there's a link down below. You're more than welcome. I'm trying to kind of get it more lively, and there's some lovely conversations taking place. And if everybody or anybody ats me, I'll be in there straight away and get into the conversation. But it's free to join. There should be an infinite time link. Anyway, a permanent link in the description down below, so you can join. Just help yourselves. Come on over. The water's lovely. PyCon, how are you, buddy? Yo. And of course, here he is. The self-penned and self-styled king of content, Kong of content. Okie dokie, aka the cowboy. He's in the building. Oh, man. How you getting on with Ragnarok? I've seen you playing it, and I think I've got it coming soon. Oh, I sent back my game yesterday to Boomerang, so I don't know yet if they've got it or not. I sent back Ghostbusters. I was kind of underwhelmed. And the problem is, and Ant will agree here, when you're renting, if you kind of got a game for nothing on Epic or something, you probably play it for a while and you'd be okay with it. But when you're renting it, you sort of think to yourself, oh, I'm probably missing out on better games. So you kind of go and I'm just having a look at my rental list. I'll show you this in a second, guys, when we get over to Larry. I just want to see what it says I'm renting. Oh, my current rental status is nothing, which means they're selecting. Now, I hope I'm going to get Ragnarok, but I'll show you in a second how it works when we go over to the laptop. But yeah, so Ant probably knows what I'm saying. If you've got a game and you think, oh, it's all right, you don't want to waste your time because you could be playing something much better. So I send them back same day. And then sometimes in the future, they turn up again, on PlayStation Plus Premium or Xbox Game Pass or whatever. And then I'll give it another go. And Joe's doing the old... Is that a Christmas thing, my friend? I don't see a join button on my iPhone, says Bruce. Tell you, Bruce, that's weird. It should be there. They changed them recently to a different color, I think. But there is a link in the description which should send you to the same. Oh, are you talking about the join, as in the Discord, which you're already in, or are you talking about membership, as in Team Rokk? If you can't see a join button for Team Rokk, if you scroll down into the description, you have to hit the X to get rid of chat, go into description, and there should be a link in there. I've actually got the site up here. Let me have a little looky poos and see. Yeah, so there's a link in there. If you click that or tap it or do whatever, you should be golden. I just noticed my Patreon link's not working as well. It's not very good, is it? Right, let's quickly kiddly on here. So Streamlabs is ebullient and chuffed with my good friend John's donation. Thank you, my friend. Young Rokk says that. Yeah, I see, mate. I know. Not bad for a 55-year-old, is it, hey? If he says so himself. Rokk rocks the Casbah. Rock the Casbah. Rock the Casbah. Great song, The Clash. Circa, Rock the Casbah, circa 79, 80, maybe. They also did Golden Brown, Texture Like Sun, which is another cracking song. Good evening, says Stu. I'm doing all of these in a bit of a random order. Go Full Christmas, says Stu. Yeah, they played a couple, and now they've gone back to kind of casual music. It's a nice feeling during a dark time of the year. I know it's horrible going dark early, isn't it? You come out of work, or in my case, I come to work. This is my job now. This is my full-time occupation. And it's flipping dark. And it makes you feel hideous, doesn't it? I will not get my Ubisoft Plus sub refunded because I subbed using Luna. I think I subbed... I can't remember, Adam, what I did. I did have the Stadia thing, but I thought I'd subbed it through Ubisoft. I'm not worried, to be honest. They do or they don't. Hello, GFN Brandon. A new name for the old fella. I'm actually really good today, Joe. Thank you, my friend. Very, very. Hey, oh, it's Geek Sneak. Hey, buddy. Hey, brother. I like to get rid of the beard every so often. I don't do it that. I mean, maybe once every quarter, sometimes a bit later. And because I'd lost a bit of weight, and therefore my pelican neck had receded, I wanted to see how it looked. So I surprised the wife. She thought she had a new husband. She didn't seem too impressed with it, or the old one, to be fair. So Rokk says, and I tried to use my Google Play to get YouTube Premium, and it doesn't seem to work. Do you know if I'm doing anything wrong? I don't, but I tell you who does know all about this stuff, and that is Simply Porn Gaming, William. He covered it off a little bit last night on the Rokk Show. Because you see, I've never really got any play credits, mate. The only play credits I've got, I think I've got $4 in my account, which was given to me because I never bothered to buy anything with play credits. And they try to encourage you, you know what I mean? So no, all of my Stadia stuff was purchased with my debit card. So yeah, I don't know a lot about the old play credits, buddy. I'd be surprised if they didn't let you, though. Get in touch with them. See what they got to say. Who else we got in? They got such a lovely bunch of lovely folk. Barclay, how are you, my guten Abend, mein Freund, mein Liebling. I know that's not really the word that you would use for a friend of a male variety, but I'm sort of dragging the barrel in terms of my linguistics. Great to see you, my friend. Gamefly is awesome, says Brandon. Saves money. Mate, I've saved somewhere between £5,000 and £7,000 with game renting via Boomerang. It absolutely does. It's just, you know, some folks are a little wary of it because they like to have the physical thing, but you do get a physical disc. It's in your hands for as long as you play the game, and you can, of course, get right up through it. Heads up, Rokk. No SPG stream following yours today. Great stuff. Thanks, David. That's good. I won't race to hand over. Thank you for that. I think he did mention that on the show, but I forgot about it. So thank you for that, buddy. Game Pass Plus next year. What's that? Your new name, Brandon? Or are you getting it, dude? Yeah, we are. When you're renting a game that hasn't pulled you in, you're more likely to send it back without finishing it. Yes. I've sent so many games. What I've tended to do as well, Anne, is if I've played a game that I've quite enjoyed, but not enough for me to want to play it through to the end, I just sort of make a little mental note, and then at a later point I may buy it if I see it really cheap, or if it's on Game Pass Ultimate or whatever, I might go and pick it up over there. But yeah, you definitely get a different consumer mindset, don't you, when you're renting to when you're purchasing. And I see so many people on Twitter going, shall I do it? Shall I do it? And then they're like a picture of a bundle of games for $100 or something. And I'm thinking, just how often are you going to play them? Just rent them, my friend. For $100, you've got like 10 months worth of rental. You could get through 30 games in that time frame. What do you do, huh? What do you do? Oh, Barclay, thank you so much, dude. €10 from Barclay Gaming. Bless you so much, my friend. Pear character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face. Why, that describes me. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. I wish we had the euros. Oh, I was so upset over Brexit. I subbed you on Twitch. Oh, you did. Thank you so much, Adam. I saw that yesterday, my friend. I think it was yesterday. Thank you for that, dude. I really appreciate that. So we're going out right now, live on Twitch, Facebook, 2 Facebooks, my Facebook profile and my Facebook page. Is that correct? I get confused over Facebook, to be honest. And also YouTube. And I could go out to Twitter. And one day I will, because Mr. Musk is working on a kind of content creation, monetization thing for content creators. So I'm guessing that the way that will work is that there'll be adverts. as per Twitch and YouTube. And if you stream your content to Twitter and it gets watched, you get a percentage of it, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. They've got to make money somehow. But until they do that, there's no point in me cannibalizing my other streams, if that makes sense. And also, of course, I mentioned to you guys a while back that Spotify, thank you so much, Barkley, I really appreciate that, my friend. Spotify are doing a similar thing to YouTube, so I'm really keen to see when that happens. 10 years gone away with that beard. Oh, thank you, David. I might keep it off. My daughters always say to me, "No, Dad, put it back. Put it back. It defines your face better." My wife's quite happy because she hates kissing me with the fluff and the fuzzy beardness. I've got quite a coarse beard. It's not soft hair at all. It's quite wiry, and so I might leave it off. But I bless you, my friend. I appreciate that. It does. It's amazing, isn't it? How I wrote an article once about how. I must try and dig it out, actually. I was quite proud of it. I wrote it for a magazine. And it was basically how us individuals, how we perceive ourselves is two-dimensional. Because we only ever see our faces when we look into a mirror. And we can only ever see when we're looking straight on. So if we look this way, we don't see ourselves. Whereas everybody that knows us has a three-dimensional version of us in their minds. So they know how we look at all angles, and they actually humans choose their favorite look for you, and that's the one they store in their near-term memory. So when we see ourselves on video, we go, "That doesn't look anything like me," or in a photo where we're not looking at the camera, "It looks nothing like me," because of course it doesn't. The person that we see will be looking straight at the camera is not, it's just one plane of existence compared to what everybody else knows us at. So it's interesting. And what happens is that now that you've seen me without the beard, it's going to take you a few days, but you will slowly replace that longer term recollection of me with this one. It's all to do with survival and people being in the clan and tribal and all that stuff. But yeah, I wrote it's almost a thesis, but it was interesting. And I'll dig it out from some point. I had a blog called rockster.com where I used to put all that stuff as well, but it seems to have disappeared. I need to find it. So Barkley got YouTube Premium with his balance, and there you go. So it must be doable. Maybe worth getting in touch with YouTube and asking them what they say. So where are we? Oh, and Brandon got Warzone 2 with his Google Pay. I fix it late. I get Warzone 2 with Google Play. I think that's what you're saying, buddy. Not working on here. I'll fix it later. Okay, dude. No problem. You look great, brother. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. And it says, Rokk Show. Yes. Just this morning, my wife called me as she was driving to work because she heard the Rokk the Casbah on the radio, and it was one of my favorite songs. There you go. Used to be my ringtone. Yeah, I love it, mate. Rokk the Casbah, Rokk the Casbah. They're a great band, The Clash. I think they still do the very, very odd tours and concerts and stuff, but they did Golden Brown, Texture Like Sun, which was all about heroin, believe it or not. Great band. They were kind of late punk, and they with the kind of melodic side to what they did. Brilliant band. I'm glad you like that. It's a great track as well. Rokk the Casbah. Got it in my head now. That's good. It's replaced Miley Cyrus. I've had Miley Cyrus in my head all week because every time I fired up YouTube on my phone, there'd be a Miley Cyrus short. And, she kind of does do it for me. I've got to be honest. A little twinkle in her eye. But she was singing that country and western thing that she did back. The most recent track that was a success, and it got into my head like a freaking earworm. So now I've got Rokk the Casbah to replace it, which is good news. Adam says, Rooster, beg your pardon. You can change your payment method on Play site for YouTube Premium subscription to Google Play. There you go, Ant. That's it. The wisdom of the crowd. Fan-flipping-tastic, isn't it? And look at this. Young John has gone and thrown me a $3 chit-chat thingy bob. What are they called again? Special chat? I don't know. A thumbs up. It actually says a thumps up. A thumps up hand gesture with the words top. Yeah, bless you, dude. I love him. He's a lovely fella. Me and JS, we talk. We probably talk more to each other than our wives, to be honest with you. We're like content creating brothers. And God bless everyone that sells in. That's what I say. Oh, look at this. No Time Pete just became a member. Oh, thank you, No Time Pete. Fantastic. NTP. Woohoo! Is that you, Bruce? If not, thank you so much, buddy. That's amazing. So as you guys know, everybody who is in Team Rokk, which is my nickname for my members, you guys get automatically entered into draws for giveaways. Now, I've got the big X Massive one going on, which has seriously blown my mind with the interest. I mean, just thousands of entries. But I haven't forgotten you guys, because it's obviously harder for you guys to win when there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people. So John and I, with both of our memberships, he's got the Scami Army. We're going to have a separate draw, so you're not only going to be entered into the main draw for the Chromebook or the Logitech, etc., but there's going to be a separate draw as well where you guys can win games and stuff. And we're still pulling all of that together. But also this week, I haven't forgotten, I want to try and do a wheel spin every Friday. So irrespective of the system we use for our big giveaways, I want to try and do a wheel spin every week. Now, at this moment in time, I haven't decided, and I need to do it today because I really need a couple of days run up for you guys to enter. So I need to come up with something, and it could be a game or it might be some codes. See, the trouble is I try to, or at least I want to try and make it cloud related. I could just do Xbox games or PlayStation games and stuff, but it's hit and miss as to whether they actually exist out there in the cloud. So I've kind of done that. And in fact, I need to do something. Let me just check this out a second, guys. Sheet cloud. There we go. There it is. Cool. Okay. So what I wanted to do today with you chaps, anyway, as well as the news, and we're good for time because Wilhelm isn't streaming, is have a look at a new. It's not new, actually. It's new to me, but it's been out for a good 8 months or more, maybe a year. But it's like almost a cross between Shadow and Boosteroid. So I thought we'd have a look at that. I've also reached out to them to see if I can get some play credits and stuff. So you never know. Might have that for Friday. So what else we got? David says, now your mama knows I believe what you do to pay your premium with Google Pay is via the Play Store, go to subscriptions and go to your YouTube Premium and swap payment methods to Play Credit. Oh, yes, which is exactly what Rouster said, but in a little bit more detail. So thank you for that, David. That's perfect, my friend. What else? What else? You're welcome. It's quite all right. Thank you very much, my friend. Worst Russian accent ever. Oh, dear, the panic yesterday. World War III, it's kicking off. Oh, dear. There's a number of people that message me, DM me, whenever there's anything going on out in the kind of wider world. Does this mean the end of the world? What's going to happen? I have to kind of calm them down. No. It's a stray missile. Who knows from whence? It wouldn't have been intentional. They're not that stupid. Nobody will ever start a nuclear war. It was never, ever going to happen, and it never, ever will. And of course, that's exactly how it panned out. Anyone got any hardware refunds? I don't think they're going to be. I think they want to get all the software refunds out the way first, and then they'll come back over there. But they have said they're aiming to get everything done by the 18th of January. So, yeah, I don't, that'll happen. ARE already exists, celebrates 3 months of membership. Oh, thank you, buddy. Wowza, fantastic. David, you didn't need to do that, my friend. Bless you. That means a lot to me because it means a lot to you. Thank you for that, my friend. Oh, bless you, dude. Hope this helps towards more amazing community efforts. Oh, brings a little bit of a sniffle to me, my friend. Thank you so much for that, buddy. It means a lot to me because I know how much that is to you as well. Thank you so much, dude. Stuart says, over here, still waiting for my refunds. Yeah, I think they're doing it chronologically in age order, mate. On which I get mine on the 17th of January. Old folk last. I'd be like on the Titanic. They'd be going, women and children and incredibly old people last. And I'd be like at the top of the funnel going, all right, it's not funny anymore. Can I get on now, please? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. What else? Rokk, you got me rocking at work now. Can you sing it one more time? Yeah, I tell you what, let me get the lyrics up for it and see if I can remember it. Rokk I think it's spelled K-S-B-A-H, isn't it? I might be wrong. Rokk the Casbah. Yeah, K-A-S-B, oh no, yes. Lyrics. And here we go. Oh, I can't remember the tune. Now the king told the boogeyman, you have to let that ragga drop. The oil down the desert way has been shaken to the top. The sheikh, he drove his Cadillac, he went a-cruising down the Ville. The muezzin was a stand-in on the radiator grill. Sharif don't like it. Rock the Casbah, rock the Casbah. Sharif don't like it. Sharif, would that have been Omar Sharif? Rockin' the Casbah. Now, yeah, so this song was written. Let me find out when it was written. I'm telling you now, it was a long time ago. 1982. That was a bit later than I thought, actually. Rokk the Casbah, composed by the band's drummer, Topper Hedden, who I don't even think's around anymore, based on a piano part that he'd been toying with. This origin makes Rokk the Casbah different from the majority of Clash songs. Joe Strummer was the lead singer, there you go, of the Clash. Strummer had been developing a set of lyrical ideas that he was looking to match with an appropriate tune. Because back in those days, you didn't, obviously it's pre-Iraq War. Afghanistan had been kicking around since the late 70s, so that was kind of going on. But you hadn't had any of the major sort of incursions, but certainly we probably had petrol recessions and such. Anyway, that's all kind of irrelevant. It's got nothing to do with cloud. I hope you enjoyed that, my friend. Bruce still can't find the button. What are you looking for, dude? The join button for membership or the join button for the Discord? Phipps, good evening. How are you, buddy? You need a better integration of those stickers. Yeah, I know. It's not my fault. It's Melon. If I was using my my other little system that I use sometimes, which I should be able to use. Hang on a second. Let's get YouTube up. I could use it, but that works really well for it. Hang on. Just hold your horses there, Phipps. I'm going to get it working, my friend. I'm going to get it working. Because the way you get it to work is you fire up the show. I'm going to get it working. Yeah, there's me talking. And then you pop out the chat. This is the key. This is the key to how it works. So I pop out the chat. And then, let me see. Oh, it's not working. You refresh the chat. That's what I think that's what we do. Reload it. Oh, got Christmas again. Hang on. Dee 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 dee. Nope, it's not working. Anyway, it shows up there. Oh, a bit of lovely Christmas music. David says that Christmas giveaway has a massive entry pool. I'm not kidding, mate. It's flipping massive, and it's gone viral. I mean, my phone has been going ding, 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 ding. I had to turn off notifications in the end. Same for John. Absolutely brilliant. Browser's got 74 entries, and it feels too low. Oh, bless you, dude. Yeah, well, this random, isn't it? we've got no control over it. It's Massibo. But I agree, though. I do agree with you, Phipps. That text on there's cack. But that's melon. I can't do nothing about it, mate. I don't know why it won't show the emojis unless they're copyright or something. I don't get it. Not lotto, not like lotto. No, it's not like you're in that 2.7 billion lotto thing where your 74 entries are like the size of an atom in a jar of salt. Kind of analogy. Yeah, it's not as bad as that. But it is 74 out of 25,000. I know. But don't worry, Adam, because if you're a Team Rokk member, then you've got like a 1 in, I don't know where you are now, actually, 60? A 1 in 60 chance of winning some great prizes anyway. Geek to Sneak. Oh, thank you, buddy. $2 from Geek. Sorry to bother you. Check your Twitter DM, good sir. Right, I will, my friend. I'll do it right now. I'm firing up my DMs. Thank you. And then bless you for paying me to check my DMs as well. That's so sweet. Right, what we got? He's got a photo for me. Let's have a look. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, what's this, my friend? Ooh, is this for Friday? Wow, fantastic. Thank you, buddy. That looks cool. Nice one, dude. I'm assuming that's what that's for. So our good friend Geek to Sneak has just given me a game code. I just need to double check and verify with him. Sorry that I went all crap there. This is the thing that annoys me about Melon. Hang on a second. Yeah, it'll hopefully catch up. I can see it. I can see what it's doing on there. It's rubbish, isn't it? This is when I think to myself, flip it. I'm just going to go with my other thing. What a pile of pants. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay, but I can. What a pile of pants. Yeah, it's just the video. It's rubbish, isn't it? So what happens is when I fire up a window over the top of the Melon screen, it does this. I'll just refresh it a second, guys, and see if that works it out. 1 second now. Doopy-doo. I'm back. Looks like it's better. Yeah, it's rubbish. I know. This is, I don't know what it is with Melon and why it does this, but I spotted it the other day, and I've no idea why it gets all uppity. But there you go. It's what it does. Now let's quickly catch up with the chat because we've got to get on with the news and stuff. And you guys are so brilliant. Nice music. Okay, but good luck to you all. Thank you, David. Bless you. Geek, thank you so much, my friend. Just confirm that's what you want me to do with that, and I will announce it. And then we'll get that one going because it's a great little game. Yep, super chat for $2. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm gonna go and grab some lunch. Help yourself, dude, and keep lurking and a smirking. That's what I be doing. Oh, look at this, Mateus Fritas just became our 1 millionth subscriber. Not quite, but brilliant. Welcome to the fold. Rokk, your rendition is so accurate. Expect a copyright strike. Yeah, I know. David Metz, you have mail. Do you remember that? Remember that old AOL? You have mail. Never did use it for that, but Naki Lou, Stuart Garrard is chuckling at you, my friend. Oh, Ant, $5 from and now your mama knows. Thanks for that, Rokk. That song was my jam. My wife and my kids always thinking of me. Oh, bless you, my friend. You're a gent. I've got a big old soft hole in my heart, soft spot in my heart, not a hole. That would be terrible for you. And says, John, don't forget you can get daily entries into the drawing. Can they? I didn't know that. So what they can enter daily to get. I didn't know this, guys. I'm sorry. So you can enter multiply. Multiply, is that even a word? Multiple times. I did not know that, John. Thank you for that, my friend. I'll have to quiz you about that later and get genned up. Wowzer. Wow, didn't know that at all. That's really interesting. And Sandor Demeter, thank you for following on Twitch. That's awesome. John says, What did John say? I used Google Play on both of them using Android. Okay, interesting. David says, John and Rokk, have you guys got anything in place to try regulate people using multiple accounts to spam entries? Yeah, it's actually an amazing system that we use. And it not only does that, but it also tells us when they haven't fulfilled all of the stages, including subscription, because that's the key one for us. So it's why we don't just have them chosen at random. So what with the wheel, I don't mind because it's usually a fairly small collection of people, including my members. So I'm pretty much, I can check. But with this one, there's going to be so many that we leave it to the system. So when the system chooses somebody, it says, we say, make sure they've done all of the stages. And then we go and double check that they subscribe to both channels as well. So that's why we don't do it live on air. I didn't do, if you remember when I did the Ragnarok, I used the same system and I'd already chosen the person. I've forgotten his name already. Had 3 Z's at the end. And he was very shy, by the way. Bless him. I did tweet him, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to publicize it and stuff. But anyway, bless him. Anyway, so I double checked before, and then I announced who the winner was. And we'll be doing the same thing, although we may do the wheel with the games and stuff. I don't know yet. We'll have a little think about it later. Or a members raffle for today. Oh, cool. Okay. Do you mind if I leave it until Friday, Geek? Just that I don't have it set up. And I'd have to go into Streamlabs and mess about with it or get my wheel up and so on. And then I'll be able to promote that it's going to be drawn on Friday, and I'll add something to it as well to make it a big old draw. If that's okay with you, you're an incredibly generous fellow. Thank you so much, my friend. I mean, other than that, you can draw somebody yourself at random if you want to, and we can work it that way. But it would be pretty cool to do it on Friday. I'm trying. John does the raffles every day, and it works brilliantly for him every stream. He gets a massive amount of views. But I kind of prefer to build up, do them all on the one day. But I might change my mind. John is able to get codes and stuff because of his association with the blog that he writes. It's harder for me. I've got to put my hand in my pocket. So I tend to do the one on the Friday. But right, guys, I think we're caught up. I think we finally got there. Wowzer. Thank you so much. Shall we sneak over to Larry? Let's do it. Come on, Larry. Come on, buddy. Let's get on. Let's get it on. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. It helps me to get it all set up and everything. But I bless you for putting that up there. That's amazing. Cheers, my friend. Lovely fella. Right, get ourselves over to Laddie the laptop, shall we? Here we are. Is Lazar. I need to I don't want to have Melon blow up on me like it did just now. What I'll do is I'll just shrink OBS over there, and then I'll put Melon on that screen. It seems to be okay as long as I don't shove anything over the top, and then it gets really upset. If I shrink that down, there we go. Right. So, Larry the laptop. As I said earlier, I've got some kind of good news and I've got some kind of bad news. But before we move on to anything, let me show you how Boomerang Rentals work. So this is like Ant's Gamefly, only nowhere near as elaborate or well professional. I think that's a good way of putting it. So this is like a little small business in the UK, but it's pretty cool. So what you do is you go and look at all the games. I always like to go and look at the coming soons. That's how I stock up. So say, for example, I was quite keen on a game for the old Series X. So I can go here and have a look at their let's do 100 per page. All their coming soon. So look, they've got Callisto Protocol. I'll add that one. There we go. So I've added that one. You must be logged in, it says. All right, I'll log in. Hold your horses, mate. Hold your horses. All right, let's log in. There we are. So now we're logged in. So we can go back Let's go to PS5. There we go. So yeah, we're over at PS5 and we go to coming soon. All new releases, doesn't really matter. Now we've got games Evil West. I'm not familiar with Evil West. I'm not sure what that is. But we'll add Callisto Protocol to my list. There we go. We got Lord of the Rings Gollum. He's already been added by the look of it. That's cool. See, I come in and kind of try and add this stuff that looks like, oh, let's get Dead Space in there. Or, you can go to PS5. Let's have a look at coming soons here for PS5. There we go. Not sure on Evil West. What is it? So let's see full game information. Here we go. That's looks like it's actually looks pretty cool. I love that concept of westerns over the westerns over the top of. Let me just get rid of this, guys. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Westerns in sort of sci-fi and stuff. I love all that. So I think we'll add that one, right? So we'll add that one, and then you go back to your games in your list. Here we go. And then I can see my coming soon list. So here's those that we've just added. See, I'll build up a big old list here. And of course, if you've got more than one console, you can add them both games for the for the two different consoles on the basis that you will only get one depending on your package. So when you get one for whichever platform you get first, you just delete it. Got Hogwarts on there, got everything going on. And then under my currently renting, let's go and have a look. So there's nothing in here because I sent back the game yesterday, which always means that either waiting for a game in my choice or whatever I've chosen is out of stock. So we go to games to rent. We can see at the top of my list, God of War Ragnarok. It's got a 6 days wait. Below there, we've got Gotham Knights and then Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And then I've got a ton more in here that I've added. And what I've told them to do is to just pick from my top 3. I could have said all of them, in which case they'd have chosen any one of these in stocks, but I'm quite happy to wait a week and get one of these. So that's what I've done. And if I wanted to, I could move Gotham Knights up above God of War, and then they would choose that one sooner. So it's a really good little system, I think. And I pay, let's go and have a look and see what their change package, we can see what it costs if you're in the UK. So my current rate is priority 1, which is $10.99. That allows me to have as many games as I want, and for as long as I want. I could keep a game for 12 years if I wanted, and that's one game at a time. And I've chosen priority 3 games at a time is what I've chosen. Oh, you can increase it, so you can have 2 games at a time for an extra £5. I don't really see the point on that unless you're doing it for the family, and then you want to kind of get one for the Xbox or what have you. As you can see up here, these guys do PS5, Series X, Xbox One, PS4, Switch, 360, Wii U, and DS. So they've got a fair choice. But they do a £3.99 value package. And what that gives you is you will only get games that are older than 6 months, and it includes PS4 and Xbox One. So, depends what you want. They do a $7.99, and that's 3 months or older, and then a $9.99, which is the same as the one I've got, but with my pack, it's a bit like what Ant's got. I pay £1 extra to get to the top of the queue for all the new games. But if you just pay $9.99, then you go into a queue and you get it whenever. But it's a pretty good little system. I think it's pretty cool. Ant says, okay, Rokk, I figured out my Google Play issue. So I have it under my personal email, and my YouTube is under a different email. There you go. So that's what it was all about, dude. Excellent. And Geek to Sneak's ready to claim Evil Dead tomorrow. Evil Dead or Evil West? I think you meant Evil West. Excellent. It does look good. It does look dope. It's that kind of game I like, my friend, to be honest with you. It's coming out tomorrow, is it? Well, I might bump it up my list when it comes out. I just don't want it going to a random soul. I'd rather it go to a supporter. Yeah, well, it will be in members only. I'll do it as a members only draw on Friday, okay, my friend? So I won't promote that game. I'll make it members only, and I will do a separate thing for everybody else. I may not even do anything. I might just do a members only. There you go. I'll do it as a members only. How's that? Is that okay? So I'll let the members know with a post later. We'll do it as a members only draw on Friday. I'm actually really comfortable with that. If you are, my dude, that's absolutely fine. So that's how it works. It looks better and it's different for Ant. I think Gamefly's got a much better looking system, but they send the games in a nice poly bag for free. Comes free post, and then you can tear it open and get the CD out, the DVD, put it in your machine. When you're ready, you put it back in. You turn the address label round and you send it back free post. So it doesn't cost you anything to rent games. And so for $10.99 a month, this month I've already played what's the Borderlands thing that they brought out with Tiny Tina. So I played Tiny Tina for a week. I tried my hand at Ghostbusters, wasn't my thing. And then before the month's out, I'll get one of those 3 games. So in a month, I've got to play 3 games, which if I'd have bought them, it would have cost me $70, $50, and $50, $170 for $10.99, and I've enjoyed playing them. So there you go. That's how I look at it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for following Swoozy Dvork. Bless you. Right. So before we go, and let's go and look at Rokk, look at the news first. All right, we'll do that. So we've got some news, and some of it ain't good news, whichever way you look at it. We'll start with this one. Amazon Luna slashes jobs. Well, they've actually, to be fair, they've actually got rid of a few jobs, and that includes Alexa and Luna. To be fair, though, this is happening across the board. They're getting rid of 10,000 employees, which isn't far short of the 11,000 that Meta have announced. But this is happening across the board. There are very, very few large tech companies that are not shedding staff, because I think the bubbles burst for a lot of these guys. You know, they did that thing where everybody got stock options and free gym and free food and free yoga and free massages and a free slide to go down through the floors. All of that stuff's kind of gone out the window. It's not proved itself to be very beneficial. And Twitter, in fairness, Musk has only been upfront with it. They would have had to have shed staff as well. Now, what impact will this have on Luna? I don't know is the honest answer, but I suspect, unlike Stadia, they're still quite keen to keep going with the program. So I'm not overly worried. There's no plans. They've not said anywhere that they're planning on getting rid of, they've got rid of staff. They've not said they're getting rid of anything else. But out there right now, as it is with my business, I mean, we've when we've had people leave over the last 12 months, we've not replaced them, because I could see what was coming a year ago. In fact, I could see it in 2016 when Brexit hit, and I knew that once it became ratified in 2019, and then we had COVID as well, and then we had the war, it was very obvious the way it was going to go. So I've just naturally allowed people to go that have gone into, some of them, they went into retirement. Some of them got headhunted. Nobody's been laid off. But I haven't replaced them either. And, I think you're seeing that a lot across the board in business. It's just, if your revenue isn't coming in, you have to save money. You have to cut costs. There's only 2 ways to make money. It's to save money, or it's to make money. There's no other way. Ant says, I think this will affect Luna because Luna isn't making a push, so it's slowly losing its popularity, and eventually they will have to pay more money to make it relevant. Yeah, I think you have a point, Ant. I think they have had every opportunity to roll this out beyond the States. I mean, this could have been massive during lockdown across the world. Amazon's the brand that everybody knows. You know, it's probably with alongside Apple and Disney, Amazon are like top 5 brand. I mean, Google as well, I suppose, because everybody Googles things, don't they? But Stadia wasn't a well-known brand globally. But if Amazon had said, here you go, guys, gameplay, fill your boots and you get free games if you have a Prime account, they would have smashed it. I have no idea why they've sat on it for as long as they have. I genuinely haven't. But as they say, these layoffs come at a time when many major companies are looking to cut costs because of the economic state. Google, for instance, has been trimming down on projects, including the closure of its cloud gaming platform, Google Stadia. Meta also slashed 11,000 jobs. Here's a question for you guys. If we call it Meta, why do we say beta? Why don't we say meta or meter as in beta? Why do we say meta and we don't say beta? I just ask, that's all. I just ask. So there you go. That's a bit of a sad news. We've got a few of them, I'm afraid. Here's one from Microsoft. This came out yesterday. Microsoft said if they'd have gone ahead with Keystone, which as you guys will remember was their kind of streaming thumbstick thing, they reckon it would have cost twice as much as Chromecast, which is interesting. So and we've got some good news on the Xbox front in a second, which I think will put a lot of this into more of a positive light. So last month, Xbox chief Phil Spencer revealed that Keystone had been cancelled. In a new interview with The Verge, Phil Spencer offers a bit more insight into why. Apparently, he says the core reason came down to the cost of the hardware. Keystone would have been aiming for a price of around $99 to $129. Too high. Phil, that was way too high, my friend. Half the price of a Series S at the top end. That's well underneath the Xbox device, the Series S, which costs $299. Yeah, but it was very close to half that price, and it was nowhere near the value. But that price didn't include a controller. I can see why they decided against it. In stark contrast, Google's soon-to-be shuttered Stadia game streaming platform worked with a native app on Android TV, which allowed for the super affordable hardware. That included the $50 Chromecast. So you can see that the thinking was clear. Why are we doing this when we can just partner with TVs and Shield and Android devices and stuff and get it out there? It's so obvious. Why would you not do that? I mean, it's just silly to not do that, really. And on that note, guys, here's a piece of corking news. The Verge and Samsung have got this out today, but we'll go with The Verge because I think it's a bit more concise. So Samsung announced today that their smart TVs, including their 2021 range, but more specifically the current crop of 2022 moving forward into 23, are getting more gaming apps and even 4K, guys, natively from the TV apps. New cloud gaming apps starting to roll out now, or from next week. Understand, it says, it's a little dig. Understandably, Stadia isn't part of the launch. Thank you. Got to run out with the dogs. No worries. Or the dog. It's Bear, in fact. But hopefully back soon enough to catch the end. Thank you, my brother. Not a worries at all. Mugen's in the house. Guten Abend. Guten Abend, mein Freund. I hope you're well. I must learn the German. Can you put it in the chat for me? What's the German for I hope you are well? As concise as possible so I can learn it. I've got so many German followers and viewers. It'd be fantastic to learn a bit more German. So anyway, here we go. Look at this. Antstream and Blackner are joining the fold. Samsung is expanding access on its older TVs to Xbox cloud gaming, Nvidia's GeForce Now, and other game streaming services. So starting next week and rolling out through the end of the year, apps for Xbox, Luna, GeForce Now, Utomic will all be available on the 2021s as well. Samsung originally launched a gaming TV hub earlier this year, of course, which included Xbox, Stadia, and GeForce Now. But now they're adding more and more, and AntStream as well. And look at this, guys. NVIDIA GeForce Now 3080 members will also be able to stream up to 4K to a compatible Samsung TV. NVIDIA opened up 4K streaming for Mac and PC users earlier this year. And this is the first time that 3080 tier members will be able to stream 4K 60 on a TV. So expect to see that coming to other TVs as well. I'm super duper excited about this, guys. This is going to be the future. Everybody has, well, not everybody, most people have a TV, right? And if you're a cloud gaming service, that's where you want to be. That is the nirvana of access to your service. So you can see why. Why would Phil Spencer give the go-ahead on $130, $150 thumbstick when he can have you getting the same quality? Because all these new TVs are having really good graphics chips built into them to allow for this. If you think about the recent Chromebooks, of which, of course, we're giving one away, you can now play I think it's 1440p and 120 frames per second on a Chromebook with a fairly cheap chip. So that's what these guys are going to be building in. My guess is in 2023, we're going to see all major TV manufacturers with the capability to stream all decent cloud gaming services at the higher rates, dependent on the system, of course, because currently we know Black Nut and others are only at 1080p, as is Boosteroid. But I think we're going to see, the likes of your 3080, your Xbox. Come on, Sony, get with the crowd. Where are you? Oh, yes. And look at this. Xbox is adding Rumble support to controllers for its Xbox apps. Whoa! So this is going to be amazing. You can't currently natively install Xbox apps on a Shield. I don't think they're kicking around out there on the Android store. I think you can sideload and stuff, but I'm expecting to see all of this come. I genuinely don't think either that NVIDIA will make another Shield Pro. I think they'll go down the same road. I think they'll say, you know what? Why bother? Let's just support these TVs to put the high quality output out there, 3080 or 4K. And I think it's 4K 60 now, but at some point, I'm sure they'll push that up to 120 because these TVs are capable of it. Exciting, isn't it? They don't mention AntStream. Funny enough, the Samsung press release does. Let's go and have a look at that. Doopy-doopy-doo. So this came out today. And their talking points, AntStream Arcade and Black Nut will join Xbox, Amazon, Luna, NVIDIA GeForce Now, and Utomic. No mention of Boosteroid, and I'll come on to something in a minute as to why I think that is. New holiday bundle makes game streaming on 2022 TV models easier than ever before. So they've beefed up the hub to make it easier. And within a few weeks, Samsung smart TVs will be the first TVs to natively stream games in 4K from the RTX 3080 membership class of the GeForce Now high-performance game stream. Am I right in saying Samsung and LG are both Korean? Or, yeah, I think they're both South Korean manufacturers, aren't they? It's probably down to the way that Korea invests in its tech sector as well. We're back to the Christmas music, guys. Wowza. Let me quickly catch up with the chat. Sorry, fellas. Evil Dead will be free on Epic. Oh, yes, of course. That's tomorrow, Geek. I've actually got it. I think I was given a code for it. It's actually a good game. I played it, I streamed it, and it's actually pretty good. But it's a bit roguelike, and you know my aversion to anything with the word rogue at the front. So here we go. Mugen Live says, I hope you are well, and it's Ich hoff es geht dir gut. Ich hoff es geht dir gut. Die gut. How's that? Is that working for you? I hope you're well. Ich hoff es geht dir gut. Ich hoff es geht dir gut. Is that okay, Mugen? Is that okay? Guten Abend, mein Freund. Ich hoffe, es geht dir gut. Yes, come on, it's got to be on the right path, surely. And says, I can't actually read that because it's such a big thing. Let me get it up. Here we go. I just want to say I don't watch as many content creators as I used to after Stadia's end because I'm not much into cloud gaming, but I love your personality. I tune to anything. Oh, bless you, my friend. Yeah, I think I like to think that that's the key driver for my channel. In fairness, I have to talk about something that I have a passion about, but you'll see the channel. You'll all already you've seen me add in a few more techie bits like TVs and stuff into the clock. Also, you'll see Rokk Players now has widened out to be more general gaming. I've got a couple of new shows launching soon, one of which is going to be aimed more at families, and another one which is going to be aimed more at sort of JRPGs. Neither of them hosted by me, by the way, which is something I'm working on with the channel. So I'm trying to make it more like a kind of a Netflix in some ways, where there's a whole portfolio of different shows for different tastes. I'll still be here every day doing this and doing my other stuff as well, experimenting with things. But I'm looking to work with some exciting content creators to bring different genres of tech and gaming related shows under the Rokk brand. But I hear you, my friend, and I really appreciate that. I really do. Because at my age, my friend, that's kind of all I've got. What else we got here? Barclay says, yo, Mugen Live, I'm rich in play credits. You're not, but who knows what's better? Yeah. Is it the cash or is it the credits? Who knows? I tell you what, guys, my recommendation is we've got Black Friday coming up. Don't spend your money and don't spend your credits until you see what's on offer, because they might be doing deals on premium or on YouTube stuff. You know, there could be some Black Friday things coming up. So maybe just sit on that for a bit. Bulls for life. What's up, Bulls? How are you, my friend? Thanks for popping in. Good to see you, dude. When are we getting back on Division 2? Yeah, good shout. I need to get back on Division 2. You're right. I do. I've got to finish the New York story. I'm right there at the very end of it. I need to pull a crew together, get that done. Thanks, Geek. It's very good. Very good shout out, that one. I completely agree. Perfect, says Mugen Live. Oh, bless you. Thanks, dude. I can't remember it. I need to go back and learn it. I'm going to learn it, though. Where was it? I've lost it already. I'm going to go and find it, and I will learn it. I can't find it anymore. I can't find it. Yay, Bruce became a member. Whoa, you found it. Cheers, buddy. Thanks, my friend. Excellent stuff. You're in the giveaway for Friday. Oh, I can tell you what the game was. I didn't actually tell you what the game was that my good friend Geek has donated for members only. Let me pull this up. Now, I can't pull it up because I've got the code showing, but I can tell you what it is. Right, here we go. Right, see if I can find it on here. Yeah. Tinkly music. Here it is. Wow. There we go. Looking good. So this is the game. Shenmue 3. Did I just go and put that code on screen? I flipping did, didn't I? I just ruined it. I wasn't looking. No, guys, don't claim it. Don't be nasty and claim it. What an idiot. What an idiot. Oh, I never know now. I bet I've blown that. Anyway, there it was. It looks amazing as well. Oh, I need to edit that out quick. What an absolute numpty. I'll see who claimed that, and I will be around your house with a baseball bat. But anyway, Samsung quickly. Samsung are doing it with Antstream Arcade. I'm trying to think who was doing Antstream. I think John was doing some Antstream stuff, wasn't he? He got a ton of stuff on there. Black Nut, that's coming as well. And all of that is going to be amazing. So it's coming to your Samsungs. Right, what else do we have? Oh, quickly, Apple TV Plus and What's not got any audio? Can you not hear me? Here she come. Just checking. Yes. What, John? That you were playing Antstream? Antstream. Cool. Spectre's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. Apple TV Music, Apple Music, and Apple TV Plus are coming to. If you've got Game Pass Ultimate, you can go and claim these for 3 months. Now, this is actually particularly good for me because I literally cancelled mine the other day because I wasn't watching it. But my daughter and my wife were watching this show, which they sort of went, oh, okay. And my wife and I were watching Mosquito Coast, so we'll pick that up for and that will go now November to December to January to February. So I'm going to be doing that. If you go over to your Xbox, to your perks, you should be able to claim your 3 months of Apple TV and Apple Music. So that's pretty good. That's a bit of good news, guys, isn't it? And then we're going to end on, actually we're not going to end, but we are going to end the news on Cloud Dosage. Somerville and Pentiment have come to Game Pass Ultimate. Now, I started playing Somerville last night, and I have to tell you, I love this game. More to the point, it watched, you know that short of me, or that when I streamed Blair Witch, I jumped. I did the same thing in this game. There's a bit at the beginning where you've got to go down to the basement and get your dog some food. And shortly after that, there's a massive jump. And I went, whoa! But it's a great little game. It really is. It's a bit like, and I think it's from the same country. What's that one called? Little Nightmares and Little Nightmares 2. It's that kind of a thing, but it's set, I think it's set in England. And so it's real people and stuff, but yeah, there's like a war of the worlds happening, and you have to go and try and find your family after there's been this invasion, and it's you and your dog walking through the countryside. But that's a great little game. I'm really enjoying it, actually. Pentiment is good as well if you're into your kind of medieval Monty Python humor. It's very, very humorous, very comedic. And both of those are out there now on Game Pass Ultimate. So thank you for that. Now, I'm going to show you something here, guys. We're going to move quickly over to this. This is Shrine. Now, this was brought to my attention. I was aware of these guys, but I'd forgotten about them. And Holtz popped up in our Rokk Players thing and said, hey, guys, are you familiar with this? With these guys, with Shrine? And I'd sort of forgotten them. Which is not good because they are a cloud gaming service, a platform, somewhere between Boosteroid and Shadow, in truth. So technically more like Shadow, but they market themselves very much as a cloud gaming solution. So I'll tell you what I mean. And I think at the moment they have some pluses and some minuses. So for a start, let's have a look at what they have. So the way it works is, quality-wise, they have up to a GeForce 3090 and 4K 60 with ray tracing. All right, so you've got your NVIDIA, 8 virtual CPUs, 32 gig of RAM, and a terabyte storage. So that should top end. Now, bearing in mind that with with Shadow, you're looking at somewhere between $30 and $50 a month. Okay, so you've got to bear this in mind. With Shadow, you're basically getting all of that stuff. You're getting like a 30. You're not getting a 3080. You're getting a 3070, aren't you? And then you pay additional money for storage. And it's a PC, so you still have to kind of be familiar with Windows, and you have to go and get your games and install them. And if you run out of memory, you got to delete them and get the next one and stuff. Okay, right. So to a degree, that kind of happens with these guys, but they are very much optimized for gaming. There's an app that you download, which I haven't downloaded, by the way. I'm going to do that right now. We'll download that one. There we go. And let's have a look at the price. So here then is the downside. The way the pricing works is different. So, with Boosteroid, they're basically working the same way, but they're giving you their virtual space. They're saying to you, all right, we've gone and configured that stuff. We've got the virtual GPUs and the virtual CPUs and the RAM and the storage, so you don't have to worry about it, but you still kind of have to get your games, and then we will install them for you. So it's a different thing. Plus, €7, like $10 for Boosteroid is ridiculous in terms of price. At this moment in time, of course, it's limited to 1080, but they're saying they're going to go up. So let's see how this works. Let's go to start now. This is shrine.app, and this is how it works. I did actually sign in earlier, but I'm not sure. Oh, let's put in Rokk at duck. Let's go back. Sorry, guys. Rokk at duck.com, I think, is my anonymous account. Let's go with let's set a password here. And we're not in the US. It does actually ask you for all sorts of stuff about where you live and everything. Postcode. I'm going to give you my old office postcode, so you can send me post there if you want to, but I'll never see it. So then you have to choose the region. This is quite interesting. So let's say, for example, I want to go down London. It actually says up here what your millisecond is. All right. Now, this is pretty cool. As you can see, 11 milliseconds. There's nothing wrong with that. But then we get into the costs. So if I want an RTX 3080, and I can't see the 3090 here, I'm guessing that's only for United States related servers. So if I wanted the 3080, it's going to cost me $2.40 an hour. Okay. And then my storage, well, what games these days, 180 gigs I've used up, God of War or Call of Duty. So we'll go with 500 gigs. That's not so bad. That's 5 cents an hour. So let's go a terabyte for 10 cents an hour. Okay. But that's the point. So look at this. $2.50 an hour. So for that, I would get per month 10 hours of Shadow without the storage, I hasten to add, or 5 hours of Boosteroid. You see my point? I can only play for 5 hours, and I've bought the same time as I would have paid a month of Boosteroid, or for 10 hours, a month of Shadow. So what's the advantage? For a kickoff, you're going to get a higher quality stream. They are giving you this at 4K 60. So if you want to kind of play at GeForce 3080 quality, but choose the games you want to play, any of your Steams, any of your Epics, any of your GOGs. What up, Spaceman? How are you, my friend? Thanks for popping in, Seb. Good to see you, dude. Then I can see a case for it. But what I have noticed with people who have streamed from this, depending again on how close to the server you are, 11 milliseconds, I mean, that's nothing, is it? Let's see what I'd be getting in Chicago. There you go, see. But in Chicago, there you go, I have access to a 3090, and it's cheaper than the UK. That's interesting, isn't it? So what would happen if I choose Paris? That's 21 milliseconds, and I still don't even have a 3080 anymore. You see the difference here as you work your way around. 3080, same price in Dublin, but definitely London. Let's have a look at Sweden. 45 milliseconds, not a good one there either. What about Brazil? Whoa, 242 milliseconds. Of course it is. So London, England's my best. There you go. We dropped down to 10 milliseconds, but we're at that kind of price. I can't see, personally, for me, if I was paying that kind of money, I'd be going down the Shadow route. I really would. I know you have to pay extra for your Shadow storage, but I'm going to be doing a good 2 hours, maybe an hour a day gameplay on this system. So that's $2.40 times, let me get my calculator out here, guys. Let's say I did 30 days at $2.50 because of the storage. That's $75 a month. I may as well be playing Shadow, hadn't I, at that point? Or chancing my arm with Boosteroid for $10. So I wanted to bring it to your attention because it's out there, but it's a very, very, very specific model. And I don't know that for a lot of people, it's going to fit their requirements, if I'm honest. That's kind of where I see that one. There are others. There's, for example, Paperspace, who used to push gaming a great deal, but now they're much more about virtual PCs. So again, you can use them for it, but they're a similar. They come in at like $300 a month for a fixed price with an all-you-can-eat. Amazon, AWS, you can set up and configure them. Similar thing. You're probably looking, if you went down that road, you're probably looking $1 an hour. It's not massively cheap. Microsoft Azure have something. My company, we use Microsoft Azure for virtual PCs for a lot of my remote working guys, and we pay somewhere in the region of about $13 a month for that. So, you pay your money, you take your choice, but it actually highlights what value Shadow and Boosteroid are when you start to look at what it would cost you if you were to configure your own system, even with someone like Shrine. And what I also noticed, and again, I think it's very specific to where you're based, I've seen people stream where they've tried 4K Call of Duty and it's been like 15, 20 frames per second. And then they brought it down to 1440 and it's been absolutely fine. But, $29.99, there you go. That's the UK price. I must admit, if I didn't have my rig here, I think when my rig dies, I'd probably go down the road of looking at this. What do they charge for business out of interest? Or is that yeah, that's a kind of contact us and we'll tell you. Interestingly, yeah, it's good to see these guys still in business though. I'm genuine about that. I really want to see what their flipping prices are before we get stuck in. Let's put my fictitious postcode in, which actually exists. See, so that would be your base one, and then you've got to uplift it, haven't you, to get the top of the range one. But I believe you've got to be a subscriber for a period of time before they open that out to you. And you're getting a 1080. That's CAC. Why would I want to pay £360 a year for a 1080? Yeah. It's not a difficult thing. I'd rather go down the Boosteroid route, quite honestly, and chance my arm, because the only thing I would say is be very, very careful if you do go down the Boosteroid route, because I know I see stuff and I can't validate it because it wasn't my account, but I see people on Twitter saying, oh, I went down the old Boosteroid route and I've just had my Ubisoft account rescinded or what have you. Oh, that wasn't clever, was it? So just be careful with what you set yourself up to play, and check out with other Boosteroid people and find out what issues, if any, they had. Ah, David's back. I held out for you, my friend. Hope you're well, dude. And Rouster says a business PC is definitely cheaper than a gaming PC. Hence why it seems cloud gaming is so expensive a company to sell. Yeah, of course. If you want to put in a half-decent GPU, a decent CPU, the fans and everything, you're going to be paying through the nose, aren't you? Absolutely. Which is why cloud gaming is so amazing. And you can win yourself a cloud gaming Chromebook. And of course, then you can play 1440, 120. Or if you've got yourself a little potato that's got a 4K screen, you can play 4K. And you're looking at $19 a month with GeForce 3080. And once you start to look around at what all the other prices are like, you can start to see where it starts to make sense. So I love my 3080. And I've rarely come across a situation, in honesty, I know a lot of people have said, I like the idea but I find it too limiting in terms of the games that I like to play. Ray said the other day, can't remember if we said it on air or not, but he said, as much as he loves 3080, it hasn't got the sports games. He loves sports games, which is fair. I don't like sports games, so it's not a problem for me. And I've always found that the games I've wanted to play are available to me. So, it's horses for courses, guys, isn't it? Geek cancelled Luna and his Boost Droid account. I'm just good with GFN. I love GFN. I mean, I know I'm a bit of a fanboy and I'm an ambassador, but quite honestly, it's got nothing to do with it. I genuinely do love it. So there you go, guys. I thought we'd have a little look at Shrine. And of course, go around the houses on these kind of shadow-like services. Have a proper little think about those. So just to remind you, if we've still got the code, what an idiot. We've got a giveaway on Friday for members. And I'm literally going to edit that out, by the way. That's going to get cut out straight after this. And I will find some other stuff as well for Friday. I'll see if I can get some codes for, maybe a code for Black Nut. And maybe the guys from Shrine will get in touch as well and offer an opportunity to have a look at that, which will be interesting for members only. So that's all good, isn't it? Right, guys, I'm going to leave you at this point because the door slammed, and that slamming of the door in a gentle way is an indicator that my wife has my salmon, my grilled salmon with mushrooms and boiled potatoes and a little bit of lemon waiting for me for my dinner. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. Thank you, everybody, for your amazing donations today. Geek for your game, and you guys for the money. Massively supportive. Thank you so much. Thank you to Bruce for joining, and NTP for becoming a member as well. Thank you for those of you that joined or followed me on Twitch, subscribed on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed the show. More of this to come tomorrow. And of course, later tomorrow evening, we have Rokk Players. Tomorrow it's hosted by Bjorn. He's got some great guests lined up, guys, including Ninja Guy and mostly Martinez and others. Peda, I think. So check that show out. It's a brilliant grown-up gaming discussion show. So awesome. Righty. Have a good evening, says Caseball. Thank you, my dude. You have a good evening as well, my friend. Bye, says John. And Gaming Rock. Thank you, Bruce. Bless you. Have a good dinner, says Seb. Thank you, buddy. And on that note, I shall hit the old get the hell out of here button and clock out for another day. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much. And as always, enjoy your gaming. I'm clocking out. Mm-hmm.